Happy Wednesday, happy beautiful sunshiny day. It's smiling outside. Well, it's not, is it? It's not smiling. God, it's not smiling at the minute. Not giggling, not laughing, just frustrated. But I suspect that in a way it's sort of changing the subject from the tango tangerine tornado that's in the world. So, it just changes direction a bit. But much coffee is needed today. Not very lot of sleep last night. Lots of things coming up though. I've just shared yesterday that the greengrocers now have their new deli in. So you haven't already seen, or you're not following them, do give them a follow, because obviously we've got a new owner, Leanne, and the lovely team. And the new deli is in, and there's pies, and there's Scotch eggs, and there's olives, and there's cheeses, lots of cheeses, and it looks amazing. Definitely needs a visit. We just need, imagine sort of nearby if we had someone just selling like IPAs. Oh, the collaboration. So let's, it might be something I say to Leanne, if you thought about getting a licence. Selling some beautiful sort of pairing drink and festival things. Talking about festival, like we sort of mentioned last week, just touched on it. Things are going on behind the scenes. Please do follow us on Instagram and Facebook, because things will soon be there with the information about what's coming and when. But things are going on behind the scene. So that is one thing to look forward to this year, as well as GFest saying that their tickets are going to be available, I think, Friday. Don't quote me. Do look and follow their page, GFest. They have announced Oasis. Not too sure if they're headlining or not. Don't know if that's a headline act or if that's to come. And then you've got the Killers, then you've got Robbie Williams, then you've got Elton John. So lots of cool acts, and if we can raise it, even more money made than last year, brilliant. So there's two great things that are definitely going to happen in the July months. All will be revealed. Luna Aura have put on today some new great events coming up, new classes on a Sunday. Also, there's walk-ins today for teenagers, so do go and have a look at Luna to see what the walk-ins are for teenagers. I want to say eyebrows. New You Menopause clinic, which we have touched on, which is at R&R down on Barley Hill Road. Lovely Louise, who most of you will know from Garforth, if you've seen her at some point. Garforth Medical Practice is set up on her own, as well as still being in the practice. But she's running workshops for ladies coming into menopause, because there's so much information out there. Some is really helpful, some not so. And I always say use Louise Newson's Balance app, which is brilliant, because then you can log all your details, and then you can take that to your doctor and go, what's going on? But Louise is running workshops as well as her private clinic at R&R. So it's worth just go and have a look. I think the feedback from the last clinic that was run at Luna was absolutely brilliant. Women came away and thought, I have the knowledge. I now understand. And actually I know what's true and what's not true. And there's 75 million thousand symptoms that I may have and not aware that it's connected. So please do and go and follow it for the next workshop, because they're really good. The lovely donuts, Sewn Sweet Sewn as Easter bauble making, the 26th of the 3rd. I think tickets are running quickly, so if you want to get on to make a bauble for Easter, please do get on. And she is running them from the Station House Cafe and a couple of other places away from Garforth. One in Castleford, I'm not too sure of the other place. But do get on, because they're really great, and Dawn is fabulous. We did touch on Mother's Day coming up at the end of the month, and as I mentioned last week, it's just giving me a little bit of time on my own, please. That'd be nice. Lots of coffee. I need it today. Lots of coffee, lots of relaxation. So do think outside the box. I don't need another cup. I know you're not buying me them. Mums don't need another cup with best mum on it, all right? We need drink. We need food. We need flowers. Beautiful. We've got loads of places to buy flowers. And then we also have our wonderful, just think outside the box, vouchers for Mother's Day, or book an appointment for your missus or partner at the lovely Emma Winter Massage Therapy, Caroline's at R&R, Claire Lavery over at Barrick, and Marie at Behold Me at the top of Main Street. So they do lots of treatments and lots of loveliness for mum to have just a little bit of time on her own. And Jo Baker, thanks for the eyebrows. She's done a brilliant job. It took 3 years, this did. 3 years. 3 years for me to go yes to the eyebrows. So there's lots of things that could be had. Jo Baker being one of our list of things to think about when you're thinking about Mother's Day gifts. I mean, I don't know what your missus would say, or your mum. Hi, I've bought you some eyebrows. Because they're not looking great. Not too sure they'd be happy about it. Anyway, just parking. We've got a few parking issues. Well, we could have. Because Garforth, not like London, can park on the street legally. Park on the street, park on the pavements. Obviously, being mindful of prams and people in wheelchairs and people and dogs and just people getting past. That's very important that we, when we do park half and half, that we do make sure that people can get past. Because could you imagine that if every car in every street parked four wheels legally onto the road, and how we would all get past, or how anyone would get past? They just wouldn't. So just be mindful how you're parking on these roads. Obviously, Giggle are there to try and divide and conquer neighbourhoods. So like our neighbourhood, we've got a petition up that 75% of the people now, I'm sure it's near 75%, will not sign up to Fibre. That is 21st century technology with 1900 infrastructure, a creosoted questionable method pole with creosote on that could potentially be harmful to pets and children. And I say that it's potentially because it is under review, and then you've got to ask yourself why they're putting green poles up by school. Just a question. There's many questions, but I think sometimes they're up there to divide and conquer streets. So what they'll do is they'll just crack on with the work that you have no power over. And obviously, if you were lucky enough to see ITV on Monday, there was my little shelf on there, a little couple of minutes, as other residents just having a chinwag about us not being happy. And I know there's some residents out there that don't give a two hoots, don't care, want Giggle, however method it's brought. I'm not saying we don't want Giggle, nor is any other resident. I worked from home for 11 years. My husband works from home 3 days a week, and my son also studies at home. So we're all online, and you don't hear me out the door shout, please put a telegraph pole up, I need fibre now. It's not something I've been screaming or shouting. 21st century technology and 1900 infrastructure. No, that is what I do not want. So bring Giggle in the floor. I think, and I did hear a rumour, that the person that sold the land to Wimpy to build all these houses, there was something in that clause, I'm sure. Go and have a look, go and research it, about them not bringing things like telegraph poles into Garforth. And I know there's older parts of Garforth that have them, and if they'd always been there, then you're not going to notice them. But as you will have seen, and I know it's a topic of conversation, but if the topic of conversation is on poles and creosote and people just doing whatever they like in an orange jacket. Oh, I shout at someone the other day because he was driving and on his phone. Don't do it. The biggest bugbear. In fact, I saw 7 people yesterday. Between here and Wakefield and back, 7 people. 5 of them are on the motorway. If I or my family get hurt because someone's driving and feel it's so important to message. That's the worst bit, isn't it? It's not even on the phone, it's messaging while you're driving. Stop it. Just stop. Think about other people, not yourself, because that 15 minutes that you're potentially in the car, it's not really worth it. Anywho, lots of the good things going on. Business Works next week are hosting another superb Garforth network event at Garforth from 5 p.m. They are really good network events. I missed the last one. I was a bit gutted, but I was on the Wirral having a few beers, celebrating yet another 50th. They're all over now, apart from one. Have a beautiful day. Remember, be careful how you're parking. You can legally park 4 wheels on a road. Imagine if the whole street did, though. God, it would bring Garforth to a standstill, wouldn't it? Have a beautiful day and enjoy the sun.